You ready?
Going?
What song is this?
That's it?
No.
Oh, good jump. Okay. Go ahead.
Any song.
KL.
Woo!
KL Motejano 98.9 FM. Looks like we skipped the track there.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Parent Hour with Dr. Lulu. This is a paid program. All the comments are solely from the host and do not reflect the opinions of KL Management, the staff, or KL Broadcasting. So once again, welcome to the Parent Hour with Dr. Lulu.
Good morning. If you can hear me, say, hey, it's me, your queen, QWEEN. Me llamo Doctora Lulu.
There you go.
Yes. Buenos dias, mi gente. What's going on? Yes, my name is Dr. Lulu, aka the Momatrician. My able assistant and co-host Adam Ace. What happened with my music this morning?
So I had it queued and I didn't realize it played and it jumped to the next track. So I was like, oops. But
So,
you know what? We're going to do that one.
Yeah, if you know me, you know we play nothing but my kind of music on my show, which is Afrobeat and reggae. Yes, we're representing the real West Coast. That's the West Coast of Africa. My name is Dr. Lulu, aka the Momatrician. Call your mama, call your friends, call everybody. It's about to go crazy up in here this Saturday morning. However, because of what happened in Uvalde and because I actually work in Uvalde, we're going to start with 1 minute of silence. So if you can hear me, we're going to do 1 minute of silence and then the crazy will begin. So share this video if you're listening to me on TikTok, if you're watching me live on TikTok or on YouTube or on LinkedIn at Dr. Lulu Talk Radio. Share this video. We're going to go on a moment silence beginning ahorita?
Right
now. And we're back. So that was 1 minute of silence for the souls of the children and their teachers.
Yes,
in
very,
Uvalde.
very tragic week.
Yes, it was a very, very tragic week. I had my black dress ready to wear it today. Then I was like, you know what? I'm actually not going to wear black. I'm going to wear color because I can. I'm going to wear color because I can. Because I don't want darkness to win.
Right.
Adam, how was your week?
It was crazy, an emotional roller coaster. As we were talking off the air, there was a lockdown at my daughter's high school this week, just yesterday. So talk about emotions. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. And if you're wondering who I am, my name is Dr. Lulu, aka the Momatrician. I'm a proudly disabled veteran. You know, I forget to mention that all the time. So from now on, I'm going to begin by saying I'm a veteran. Yes, I served this country, so I can say that it is fucked up these days. Did I just say that? Mm-hmm.
Delete that.
Here's the thing, delete that. You didn't hear that. But when children start buying guns and shooting other children, I don't know any other way to describe it. I am a mom. I'm a pediatrician. I'm queer. I'm an author. I'm a speaker. I'm a friend. I'm all of those things. But I am sad. I am saddened. I actually work in Uvalde. Did you know that?
I didn't know you. I know you worked all throughout the state.
I
so
know.
I figured you would.
I actually work in Uvalde. So if you don't know this, I actually work in Uvalde. Okay, so I'm a pediatrician, so I cover a bunch of clinics at the border, and one of the clinics I cover at the border is in Uvalde.
Yes.
So you can only imagine. Someone says, "Thank you for your service. You're very welcome, younger self, MD. Thank you." You can only imagine how like it could have been me. You know what I mean? Like I could have been at the Walmart, I could have been at the McDonald's, I could have been anywhere, and I just happened to have been at home that day. But once I heard Uvalde, I was like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" Do you remember where you were? Because it's like you know how 9/11 happened. Everybody
Yes.
knows where they were. Where were you when you heard about the shootings?
I was at work getting ready to go on lunch break,
Mm.
and I heard about it, and it shook me to the core.
It shook me to the core because right away I heard school before I heard Uvalde. Okay, so right away I'm thinking my son's school because I have a kid. Well, I have three children if you don't know, but I have a son who just happens to be in high school in San Antonio. So I heard something around San Antonio area shooting school. Three words, my head just like oh my God. I started calling, texting, worryation, right? Like most parents. So the show is called The Parent Hour with Dr. Lulu. And we're going to talk about the way parents feel. We have to be honest. This is real. Like parents, I don't even know what to do anymore because I almost cried. Did you see me on SA Live on Wednesday?
I caught a little bit of it. I was at work, so I couldn't see it all, but I caught some.
Yeah. So I was on SA Live, if you don't know yet. SA Live is a live show that is here in San Antonio. And they called me to come and talk to parents on how to deal with this and how to talk to their kids about it. I'm like, I'm barely able to maintain. My own child called me that morning. Well, then, yeah, because I was walking the dog. And we had talked about it when he came back from school. I mean, we just talked about it a little bit. He was really shaken, but we didn't have any words. And then that morning, I called him to see how he was doing, and I heard it from him. Like he just kept going and going. He wasn't really upset. He wasn't sad. He wasn't scared. He was all of that, but I just could tell that he needed to talk. So I just let him talk. I just let him talk. So if you can hear my voice, type in the comment section, how are you dealing with all of these shootings? As I go to my co-host, Adam, I've upgraded you to the co-host now. So
Thank you.
how are you dealing, Adam?
Let me first just say right now, I've just checked my monitor, and we have listeners in Uvalde right now.
Uvalde,
Uvalde is listening. Uvalde, we're with you. We love you.
we're sending you love. Yes.
Love and prayers. I just don't know what to say. I don't have enough words, but thank you for continuing to listen to K. Allen down on 90.9 FM. I hope that we can somehow help you through this horrible time.
I'm glad you said that
We are
because
here with Dr. Lulu. She's a pediatrician, so we'll give you some more information how you can reach out if you want help in any way. I can tell you, Uvalde, your listeners, I tragically lost a son as well, so I understand the heartache, I understand the pain, so we're here for you.
you know what? I'm so glad you said that because one of the things I thought about was setting up like a fund, like the Parent Hour Fund. So I thought about it this morning and I actually wrote it on my little notes, my little handy dandy note paper here. And I said, if you would like to send any kind of dollars to the Uvalde people, I'm going to put my cash app. Is the $, the word is momatrician, MOMA Trician, because I'm a mom and I'm a pediatrician. So momatrician, the $, momatrician, MOMA Trician. If you want to send any dollars and just write in the little note section for Uvalde, I'll take care of it because I actually work in Uvalde. And yesterday I got 3 phone calls from the Uvalde station. I usually don't get too many phone calls. But you know, I in my mind I connected it to like they're stressed out too. You know what I mean? Like everybody's stressed out. And then, you know, I took an extra minute to just ask them, each person that called me, how they were really doing. Because, you know, it's like, you know how you ask how you doing? It was like, oh, I'm fine. But how are you really doing? So if you can hear my voice, I see 2 people watching me from YouTube and from LinkedIn. Please type in the comment section. Let me know who you are so I can give you a shout out. And if you can hear me on TikTok, we're live everywhere is at Dr. Lulu Talk Radio. Give me a shout out and I will give you a live radio shout out this morning. But before we go on our first break, I want to mention that I never knew that Matthew McConaughey is from Uvalde.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes.
No say. I was like, okay, we have stars from here. I know we have Selena, the Corpus Christi, and then we
Yes.
have Gabrielle. Come on, say? She was Gabriella on the women, the housewives show something. Yeah, she was married to, was it Tony Parker or somebody? I don't know.
Oh,
What's her name?
I know exactly.
¿Cuál es su nombre? I don't know.
It doesn't come to
Yeah, I
mind.
can't. I know
I'm
she
sure
was.
somebody will type it.
Yeah, somebody tell us what's the name of the lady who is from? I think she's from San Antonio proper, or around
She's around the area.
around
I know
here.
she's short. She's,
Yeah.
I know.
So but I was like, okay. So in my mind, I was going through all the people who were I guess from around here. Was really Nelson or somebody, or is this who is the country singer? It's not really Nelson.
George Strait.
George Strait.
Yeah.
See, oh, he's from like the Dominion or something.
Yeah, he's from. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of.
So there's a lot of people. So
There
not
it
that they are more
Eva
important.
Longoria.
Eva Longoria.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Somebody who said that.
That was my daughter too.
Let's
Thank you.
give her a shout out, Eva Longoria. Thank you so much. And then
Virginia Singletary, my daughter. Thank you.
Virginia in the building. Thank you so much for helping us out. Old people, when you get older, your memory is not as good.
Bless, I'm still having my coffee. So
Hello, and then let me have my water. But before we go on break, though, I want to say to you now, if you are like me and you're struggling with just maintaining, processing, please know that you're not alone. I'm going to give a shout out to NAMI. What was the name we came up with? National Association of Mental Illness or something.
Correct.
Last weekend, and we didn't give them a shout out, not because they are sponsors, but because they are a big time mental health resource. But I'm a mental health resource, and I'm one of you, because I always say, listen, I'm also dealing with it. I'm having to process it. Nobody has it all together. We're all in this together. We're all learning. It's brand new. It's like we don't know who to go to, but please hug each other more this morning, because with that scare in your child's school, it could have easily been real, right?
And you mentioned earlier when we asked somebody, how are you doing? And they say, I'm okay. I think we all just refer to that as, I'm okay. So a lot of us are not okay. I've said that many times, and deep down inside, I'm not okay. But it's more of I feel like it's more of a defensive mechanism, because then the questions stop. Then you don't have to pour yourself out to that person asking. But I think that's what we need to do. Is we need to pour out our feelings. We need to talk about it. I'm guilty of that. I need to do that more. But it's just that's how we are as a human race. I'm okay, but we're really good.
Are you really okay? I'm so happy you said that, because when I was on the TV show, one of the things I said was the word vulnerability. Why we all need to embrace vulnerability, and that's exactly the definition of vulnerability: is being able to open up yourself to those emotions that you would ordinarily not be sharing with other people. So if you can hear my voice, please type the word vulnerability. Just type it wherever, write it down on a piece of paper, look it up. It is what we all need to embrace, ahorita. We all need to embrace the ability to share our emotions, whether we like it or not. Because if you keep it inside, I don't even know what could happen. What's happening on Facebook? Should we give them a shout out?
Yes, let me go to Facebook real quick. Of course, give a shout out to my daughter, Virginia Singletary. She's checking in. Thank you so much. Rebecca Cranston is listening from Australia. Thank you so much,
Rebecca in the building in Australia. I'm going to write that down. That's amazing. Thank you.
Of course, Mona Garcia, my wife, she's also checking in.
Hi. Hola, mi amiga.
And I also want to send a shout out to the people in London, Texas, Eagle Pass, of course, San Antonio, Livingston, Dallas, Austin, and I believe we have some people in Mexico también. Valedón de Antigua.
Hola, mi gente. ¿Qué pasa?
Yes, so saluditos. And once again, for all our listeners in Uvalde, we have tons of listeners in Uvalde. Thank you so much. With everything going on, maybe this is your kind of escape. So thank you for joining in this morning.
So early in the morning, too. Yes.
Yes.
Good morning to everyone. The show is called The Parent Hour. My name is Dr. Lulu, a.k.a. The Momatrician. You can find me across all social media platforms at Dr. Lulu Talk Radio, because I'm talking on radio. But you can also find me at 802-768-1180. Send me a shout out, and I promise you, I'll blow you up on live radio. In the meantime, before we go on break, I wanted to just put this particular number out. While we go on break, think about the number 43 and the number 212. And when we come back from the break, I'll tell you what those two numbers mean.
43 and 212.
43 and 212 as we go on our first break.
It's evening in Australia. She said good evening.
I'm going to have to make t-shirts so we can send to people.
About an hour, 20 minutes.
Let me see you come. No, 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 we're gone. Let me gone. No, 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 let me gone. No, 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 no. Wake up! Adam, I was wondering if we just play 1 minute of the music
Okay, yeah,
so we
we're
can
gonna fade
talk
out.
more, yeah?
You ready? We can fade it out.
No, 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 no. So we don't play any song all the way. Just 1 minute of each song and then we can talk.
Okay, we can come back in. KLMOK Alamo Tejano 98.9 FM, the All New 92.1. We are San Antonio and we're back with the parent hour with its Dr.
So estamos San Antonio, ¿es correcto? O
San Antonio.
somos San Antonio. So if you're just wondering, who is this chica? Who is this chica? Who is this chica? Soy yo, ¿es correcto? Soy yo.
Yo soy.
Yo soy la doctora. Yo soy la doctora Lulu. Y estamos aquí con Adam Is in the place, mi amigo, who is my co-host at this point because he is just so good. He gets so much love. My friends send me so many text messages. Your co-host is so authentic. You know why? Because you embrace vulnerability.
Yes.
So let's talk about vulnerability a little bit, shall we? But before we do that, the number 43, that shooting in Uvalde, is it Uvalde? Is más correcto or Uvalde?
I don't know.
Uvalde?
It depends. Uvalde.
Because I'm thinking Uvalde. So that shooting in Uvalde was the 43rd shooting, mass shooting we've had this month.
This month alone.
This month alone is the 43rd.
You would think 43, even though it's an ugly number, you would think that would be within a year, but no, this month.
Okay, so this month has been 43 mass shootings. So we only hear about the ones that come on, los niños, like one that's like really dramatic or that just happens to make the news. We don't hear about majority of them. I was so shocked when I heard that. I was like, 43? Oh my God. And then I heard that this year so far is 212. We've had 212 this year.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my goodness. So I wrote a poem, y'all. I'm going to read it. So if you know me and you follow me on social media, you know that I spell America.
I hope you don't smell.
I don't smell. I smell like roses, but I spell America con tres K's. How was K in Spanish? K?
Yeah.
K. The letter K is K?
K.
K. So I spell America with 3 K's. So I'm going to read my poem. It's a very short poem. It's not long at all. So I call it America, home of the cowards, land of the scareds. Who are scared? Where we value the Second Amendment more than second graders. Where 18-year-old white men, teens, boys can get guns easier than parents can get baby formula. Where the NRA rules and fools support. Where you are nothing if you're not a white person. Where children save adults and adults allow children to die. Where homegrown terrorists are taken in unharmed and unarmed children are shot dead. Where we focus on abortion rights, trans lives, and unarmed asylum seekers to avoid dealing with homegrown terrorists, global warming, and power grips. Where white folks buy guns, shoot people, and claim mental illness. Where white Christians love their guns and hate black and brown people. Where, well, I could go on, but you get my drift. As a pediatrician, I must declare my stance here and now. Gun control is a preventative medicine problem. So, yes, we must talk about it. As a doctor, talking about gun control is my lane. It is preventative medicine, the ultimate form of it. So you can pretend all you want, but if we don't vote out every single pro-NRA politician, it will never stop. America, this is the 43rd mass shooting this month and the 212th one this year. Yet we don't have a gun problem? Please. End of point. So let's talk about it, shall we? One thing that Adam Ace is so good at is embracing his vulnerability. What about you? Do you even know what the word, black men, I'm just going to call all of y'all out. I got three black brothers, one black father, two black sons, one transgender daughter. Black men, if you can hear me, what about y'all? When are y'all going to embrace vulnerability? What's all this toxic masculinity? Do brown men also have that problem?
Yes, Hispanic.
Claro que sí. Yes. When are y'all going to embrace your vulnerability? Like, for real, you're not going to leave this world alive. That's my favorite thing. Everybody's going to die. So you might as well embrace realness. Talk about the fact that you're hurting. Stop hiding behind masks. We are very good at wearing masks. We all wear masks. Adam, do you wear a mask?
At times I do, but I shouldn't.
Yeah. I wear masks. So I'm not, remember, I'm talking because I'm one of y'all. I have a mic and I have a platform, so I'm going to talk. Pero I'm one of y'all. We all wear masks. So it's time for us to stop wearing masks and start owning and just start talking about these things. It's painful enough. Let's cry already. I don't even know why I didn't cry on TV. I should have cried on TV that day, man. I should have just cried. I showed my vulnerability, but I had already cried when I first came on. By the time the show started, I was already done crying. But let us start crying and let's start talking. And then how do you talk to your kids? I'm going to have Adam take a jab at it. Adam, how do you talk to your kids about this stuff that's happening?
It's difficult. We've had to have that talk, and it's difficult. When you have to sit there at the kitchen table and tell your kids, lay down, play dead, how does a teenager absorb that information and just look at you and say, okay, we shouldn't have to be teaching our kids that. We shouldn't have to teach our kids how to play dead. It's ridiculous. There's some stories coming out on the news where some children actually survived by having blood from their fellow classmates and smearing it on themselves and playing dead, and that's why they survived. It's unfortunate that we have to have these conversations with our kids, but until we have better gun control, this is going to continue to happen.
See.
Can I give you some numbers real quick? I put up some stats. School shootings. Brazil for this year alone, 2. France, 2. Canada, 2. Afghanistan, 3. Pakistan, 4. Nigeria, 4. India, 5. South Africa, 6. Mexico, 8. The United States of America, 288.
And yet we don't have a gun problem.
That's what they say.
We don't have a gun problem. We have to have guns. And you know what I said yesterday on my TikTok? I said, for anybody out there who has an AK, whatever, I just want you to know that the armed forces are always recruiting people. I want to see you go sign up because we have wars, a lot of places where you can go and wield your guns and show us just how macho you are. 288 school shootings. I didn't even know Nigeria had 4. Thank you for letting your sister know, because I didn't even know that. So I made up a word this week. You want to hear what my new word is?
Sure.
It's called hateism. Hateism. I made up a word, hateism. HATISM. Because we're going to talk about all the isms, right? Racism, sexism. And I said, why not hateism? Hateism is a word that Dr. Lulu just made up this week because I can only think in my heart that there's so much hatred in somebody's heart for them to go buy a gun with the intent to kill anybody, especially children. And you shoot the first one, and the second one, and the third one, and you just keep going. What else could be in your heart? What else could be in your heart?
What else could be? Just hate.
Hateism. K Status. I'm going to give a shout out to my boy K Status 73. Just wrote the word vulnerability. I love it. This is so cool. Y'all go check out K Status. He has a barber store in San Antonio, Texas, on the, I don't know, far east side. I don't know, around Really Man. No, this is not a paid ad. So, K Status, that was your hint to hook a sister up, and we'll give you some more shout out. But at least he typed in vulnerability, so we got to give him a shout out because that's what I said we're going to do. Welcome to everyone who's watching us on TikTok and on YouTube and on LinkedIn. And what about Facebook? How are we doing?
Like to say hello to Marta Dominguez, who's checking in and says good morning and says blessings. Same to you. Thank you so much. We've got people checking in from Odessa, Phoenix, St. Paul, Chicago, y Monterrey, Mexico. Gracias.
Monterrey, Mexico. Yes! I was in Mexico recently for my 53rd birthday. So, yes, shout out to y'all over there. And so my next thing was just going to be talking about this issue of mental illness. Because as we know, we're finishing up the month of May. And if you don't know yet, the month of May officially in America anyway is Mental Health Awareness Month. But if this month has taught us anything at all, every day should be Mental Health Awareness Day. Okay, I'm not going to lie that people who buy guns with intent to kill other people do struggle with something, but I don't want them to go straight to mental illness. You know why? Because most people who truly struggle with mental illness want to be left alone. And there are other countries where people have mental illness. So why are they not all having mass shootings?
Right.
If really that is one symptom of mental illness. So hateism is the diagnosis that I'm giving all of those people.
Yes.
I just made it up. And that's it. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Welcome to the Real Samurai, joining us from TikTok. So I wanted to talk about talking to your kids before I forget. So for me as a parent, I let my 17-year-old talk because he's 17. But I also wanted to mention, because you know how you said, how does a parent talk to their child? How do you tell them to lay down and play dead? I have something for you. Black people have been talking to their kids about that for a while now. And I'm not trying to make less of anybody else, but aquí in America, we have been having talks with our kids, unnecessary talks. When you're driving, act like a robot. If the police stops you, put your hand, you know what I mean? Like, don't breathe, because you're just living while black and somebody wants to shoot you. So I almost want to say, because I can, welcome to the dark side. We have been having to have talks con mis hijos for so long, and it's muy unnecesario. Is that Spanish?
Pretty close. Pretty close.
So, I do not want to belittle the talking. I just wanted to say.
I think you made a great point.
Yeah.
We need to let the kids talk to us, ask the questions, let them voice their opinions, their thoughts, what's going through their head. So that's very
If your child is older, so that's the thing. If your child is older, como mi hijo is 16, 17 years, años tengo, tienes 16 años, tiene whatever. So he's 17. So at that age, they want to talk, let them talk, because they're talking with their friends, and they want, home should be a sanctuary. The parents should be the place where the child can go and feel safe. So my child wants to talk to me. I didn't even say a word. I might have said a couple of times, but I just because he wanted to get it out. I could tell. Pero if it's a younger child, como 7 or 7, 7 años, like if the child is 7 or 6 or 5, and they just cannot talk, some of them just want to hug, just hug on them. Teenagers may not want to hug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they want to hug. If your teenager is a hugger, by all means, hug them. But maybe they just want you to be in the space, make eye contact, and just listen.
Yeah.
Okay? And then there's also the issue of your younger child that is between 5, 6, and 17. Like those 10-year-olds. Some of them want to talk. Some of them want to just cry. Some want to hug. If you know your child, you know what your child needs. I recommend going for a walk. Nothing beats being in the outdoors with the air. You're not really fully making eye contact, and you're asking them, "What are your thoughts about it? What do you think about what's happening? What are your classmates saying?" You don't have to ask them what they're saying because they don't want to be like the direct person saying, "Well, what are your classmates saying about it? What is your teacher saying about it?" That will open up to show that you're thinking about them, you're thinking about their classmates, right? So just open it up like that. If they want to go for ice cream, you like go buy some ice cream and then something happy,
Nothing
right?
wrong with some ice cream.
No ice cream. And you know what? It's summer. So
Yes.
get some ice cream because you can never go wrong with ice cream. And then just listen to them. If they want to write, maybe make cards. They can make them make cards. If they want to send money, my cash app is the mometrician, the dollar sign, and the mometrician. If you want to send money for Uvalde, just write in the comment section for Uvalde, and I'll take care of it. And I will give you a shout out on air. Go ahead, Adam.
Oh no, I mean you hit the nail right on the head with everything that you just said. But yeah, it is difficult to talk to the kids, and again, depending on the age group, I think you nailed it as far as what the conversation should be, the questions that should be asked.
Mm-hmm.
Always let the kids talk and ask questions because if you're, I feel like if you're asking all the questions, they're not gonna tell you exactly what they're feeling or what they're thinking. So let them speak.
Yeah, let them speak. And if you're going to ask the questions, I like that, then you should ask open ended questions.
Yes.
Start with how and what. If you start with how are you feeling, or how are your classmates doing with this, or how is your school reacting to this, just make it open ended. Yeah. And then also, what are your thoughts about it? What do you think we can do to help? Some kids want to draw cards, they want to send flowers, they want to, send money, whatever. Just leave it open. Now, that brings us to the adults. Let's not leave the adults out, right? You can listen to Dr. Lulu in the morning. You can also talk to your partner, your spouse. Have the conversation. Try your best not to get into an argument because that's the thing, because, you said this, well, I'm right, I'm not right, you're right, you're wrong. This is not the time to argue, right? This is not the time to argue. If you can hear me, write in the comment section, this is not the time to argue. This is the time to get together and let's
love.
Yes. And so that will take us to the next break. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Dr. Lulu, aka the Mometrician, and you can reach me across all social media platforms at Dr. Lulu Talk Radio. The show is on every Saturday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. We love you, Uvalde.
Can we give your number just for anyone interested in possibly calling you to get some help?
Yes. My phone number is area code 802-768-1180. And my website is Dr. Lulu, dr-lulu.com. You can get a lot of resources on my website. Oh my goodness. dr-lulu.com. And then when we come back from this break, we're going to talk some more about some of the things that I have coming up, and then where you as a parent can get support for you specifically, because let's not forget that the parents are also in mourning. Good morning, America. Let's go. Sour, sour, sour.
All right, and we're back at KLMOK Alamo Tejano on 90.9 FM, the all new 92.1. Somos San Antonio. It's Adam Ace here with our host for the hour, The Parent Hour with Dr. Lulu.
Sí, es verdad. Me llamo Doctora Lulu. Somos San Antonio. I love
There you
that.
go.
I love that. I love that. And yes, I do speak un poquito español con otros lenguajes. Yes. So, welcome to the show. This is the third quarter. We come every Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. So help me God. I'll do my best until I run out of dinero, and then we are out. So on that note, if you can hear the show, if you like it, and you'd like to be a sponsor, here's how to do it. Call me, 802-768-1180, and let's talk. It will give you, what, four? I think you get for 4 weeks, you get all kinds of shout outs on the show. We'll talk about your business, how to find you, what you do, how you help people. You know, Zig Ziglar said, if you want to make a ton of money, help a ton of people get what they want. Okay, that's my favorite Zig Ziglar quote. So
Let me get that number real quick one more time. 802.
802-768-1180. If you can hear my voice, please type it in the comment section.
Se lo voy a dar el número en español. 800-768-1180. Para la doctora Lulu.
See,
There you go.
if you want to talk to somebody who will listen and also has lived experience, because that's the thing most people forget, that doctors also hurt.
Yes.
Doctors also feel pain, and actually doctors have one of the highest rates of suicide. So we have to talk about these things. Doctors also hurt. Now, talking about that, I love this word vulnerability. You know, I know Queen Brene Brown made it famous with her TEDx talk. But y'all, if you're not learning how to become vulnerable, I don't know what you're doing. And by that I mean talking about your emotions, sharing about the fact that you're not okay. I know I'm not okay. And if you're not okay, please type it in the comment section, because I know I'm not okay. Adam, are you okay? In the sense of the word, in the true sense, yeah. No, we're not okay. We're not okay. We're here.
I can admit it.
We're masks is there. We're not okay. It's not funny at all. What's happening in the world is not funny at all. So, if you have any questions for me, please type it in the comment section. I see people are giving me all kinds of love. Okay,
I don't see how anyone that's an adult can even be okay in this day and age with what's going on in the world. How can you be okay? Deep down inside, there's got to be something moving you that's telling you this is not okay.
This is not okay.
I don't feel okay about it. I don't feel good about this.
I feel
so
like,
talk about it.
Yeah, and you know the funny thing, the helplessness factor, right?
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like I want to move somewhere, but I don't know where to move to. I want to run. I don't know where to run to. And so sometimes it's best to just stop and actually feel the feelings.
Yes.
So for adults, if you can hear me, if you're an adult, if you're a teacher, especially, oh my God, shout out to all the teachers, because one of my parents in my support group is a teacher, and she was not doing good. She was having a very hard time. So shout out to all the teachers out there. We love you. Y'all know I'm a teacher, right? So we love each other, but also we love you, and we want to give you as much love as possible. If you're not following me, please follow me on social media at Dr. Lulu Talk Radio on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, no, not Facebook, LinkedIn, and of course my YouTube channel. Yes. So let's talk a little bit about what's happening next month. So if you don't know yet, I don't know under what rock you're living, but next month is Pride Month, and one of the things that I am is a very proud queer person. And yes, somebody asked, why are you wearing rainbows? And I didn't want to respond to them because we have not gotten to that point yet. But first of all, I'm wearing rainbows because I can. Okay, so I am one queen who gives herself permission to just be herself. One of the things that Black women have been struggling with in this world is just not being able to be ourselves. If you talk loud, they say you're an angry Black woman. If you don't talk too much, they say you're stupid. You're going to get judged, and you're going to get, I don't know if Hispanic women deal with that as much. Do they? I don't know. This is me not knowing. Okay, so Black and brown women. Okay, so Black and brown women, we can't talk because someone is going to say, oh, she thinks she knows too much. Well, I think I know too much. I think I'm extra. And if you don't like my extra, well, you know what? Why are you so little? Why are you not being extra? I am extra, so I'm wearing my rainbow colors. All that Kim is in the building. Kim is one of my moms in my support group. I'm wearing my rainbow colors today because I want to welcome Pride Month. Because I'm a queer person and I'm very, very proud. Okay, so just so you know, that's why I'm wearing my pride colors this morning, or rather my rainbow colors this morning. I wanted to let the parents know that if you are looking for a place to find support and sisterhood, brotherhood, togetherness, I have a parent support group. Every Monday we meet at 6 p.m. Central. Now, if you get in before the end of May, which is what, Tuesday, I think,
Yes.
you can get in at the introductory rate of $53 per month. That's like nothing, and that's because I turned 53 last month. So I said, okay, we're going to do $53 per month. But you know, to be in the presence of this queen, that's a whole lot more worth it. But we'll just do the $53 per month. So if you can get in before the end of May, you get in for $53 per month. And after that, it's going to double the amount. And don't tell me, oh, I didn't know. Because I'll be like, where were you? Adam, what do you think about that?
Sounds good.
Adam is giving me the eye, y'all. You can't see
How many
Adam.
times do you meet per month?
Every single week.
Every single week.
Every
So
single Monday.
if you break that down, that's a very good deal.
That's like nothing. It's como $10.
$10, $12.
Yeah, it's como $12 an hour. Oh my God, thank you for breaking it down because I didn't even think about that.
So sometimes you have to break it down to people and make it simplify it so you can be like, oh yeah, I'm getting my dollar.
You're getting more than that because you're going to be in the space with other parents just like you, who are just like you. They're struggling just like you. Literally, we don't have the answers, and we're there. We're very vulnerable. We cry, we laugh, because
Sometimes we do it on the air.
and sometimes we cuss. And Kim says, and it's fun. Join us. Yeah, Kim is a proud mama bear. She is not playing. So coming up next month for Pride Month, we're going to have a bunch of rainbow colored people in the building. So I'm just telling you right now. And you know who our first guest is? Lindsay in the
I was gonna say, you didn't
building.
give it away, but you just did.
I want it because I want Lindsay to hear that I love her and she's going to be in the building. And it's going to, you know what? Prepare to be sick of me. Prepare to be sick of me because it's going to happen. We're going to have a bunch of queer people in the space talking about LGBTQ plus awareness, LGBTQ plus rights, and of course, persecution, ostracization, exclusion. We're going to talk about all that. I like the word exclusion. I know right now everyone is talking about inclusion. I know, but I want to embrace exclusion. I want to embrace who is being excluded. Yes. Adam, do you feel like you're excluded ever?
Mm, Not much, really.
Mm.
Not much, really.
Oh, I love that. I love that, Adam. Y'all, you don't know. Okay, so here's Adam. Here's Adam, my co-host. Adam, say hello to the people.
Hello,
will you?
people. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, Adam, aka Rumpelstiltskin. So Adam is a male. And you know what? I love Adam because he's honest. Are you sure about that? Because you're a brown skinned male now. Are you sure you feel
Well, I mean, I've told my story before how growing up, I was always pulled over by the police.
Mm-hmm. So stop right there.
My car was always, I was always asked to get
Targeted.
out. And every time they would go through my vehicle to search for drugs, and they could never find
Anything.
So,
They couldn't find the weapons
So,
of man.
yeah.
Adam, look at you're getting so much love. The girls
Thank
are
you,
like,
guys.
they're like, hi Adam. Woo, Adam! Y'all,
Love.
Adam is married now. Okay, he's not available. Okay, but thank you so much for sending him so much love. And so Adam is one of those people who I don't care what Adam says. Adam feels excluded because there are some cases that you're going to go into and they're going to say, let's see your ID. Or who invited you here. So what I'm saying is white fragility, white privilege, right?
Yes.
Let's just call a thing. If you're not white in America, you are excluded. And so I know everyone is talking about the need to include. I still don't feel included because when I walk into the space, when patients come into the room to see me, they ask me, "Are you the doctor?"
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like I'm wearing a white coat. My name says Dr. Lulu, MD, or whatnot, and they're like, "Are you the doctor?" So I feel excluded, and I feel like I have to prove myself. Cada dia.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yes, es muy unfortunado.
There you go. Got that one.
So next month is Pride Month. We're going to be talking to a bunch of people who feel excluded porque es verdad. Okay? So first of all, Lindsay is a transgender Latina woman. She's going to be in the space, y'all. prepare to be sick of us. Okay. And then beginning the 7th of June, I'm going to be at the Dakota East Side Ice House. We're going to start my live talk shows again. We do that. We do those during the summer in June. And like I said at the beginning, consider becoming a sponsor, okay, of this show. It's going to be good because we got people listening from Australia, baby.
Yes.
How many of y'all can say that somebody is listening to your show from Australia?
And Mexico.
Okay.
And Mexico.
Okay. And in Mexico. Oh my goodness. If you're in Monterrey, Mexico, shout out to y'all. Australia, shout out to you. Thank you so much. Who's the person in Australia? What's her name again?
Rebecca Cranston.
Rebecca in the building. We love you, Rebecca. We're giving you so much shout out. So if you want to be a sponsor, we have across all platforms 250,000 plus listeners. What would that do for your business? What would that do for your business? Let's do that, no?
Yes.
It's possible. Okay, so my nonprofit is called Dr. Lulu's Angels Foundation. We just got approved for nonprofit status. I'm so excited. We're going to be building homes for homeless and houseless teenagers who are in the LGBTQ space. But even if you're not queer, if you're houseless, I will put you in the home. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. If you are a reader, go on Amazon or hit me up and let me know if you'd like to get some of my books. Okay, I have written books for parents. Those libros for parents, 2 books for parents, 1 book for immigrant women, and 1 book for teenagers about mental health. Yes, so I can write. Other events coming up this week, the Summit for Parents from the 1st of June to the 3rd of June at 6 p.m. Central, 3 days, 3 hours, 3 lessons. You do not want to miss it. We're going to go on break right now, our last break for the show, and when we come back, we're going to talk some more. I love this. Pam's Jukebox. Good morning. She says, love your energy. Really sad that you have to go through that as a doctor. Let's do that. Is there me, this music?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, you're listening to the Parent Hour with Dr. Lulu. We're taking a short break. We'll be right back.
It's going to be all right. It's gonna be alright. By my footsteps, singing sweet songs, the melody is yours. This is my message to you. Hi, Andrea. Hi, sweetie. About a thing. Because every little thing is gonna be alright. Get it, Queen. About a thing. Because every little thing is gonna be alright. All right.
KLMO, KLMO Tejano, 90.9 FM, the All-New 92.1, and we're back with the Parent Hour with Dr. Lulu.
The last 9 minutes, I want to give a shout out to my sister, Dr. Andres Tenata in the building. I think she's the one from Chicago.
Could be.
Dr. Andrea, if you can hear me, where are you watching me from? She's probably on LinkedIn or YouTube. But let me know where you're watching me from so I can give a shout out to your town. Dr. Andrea Senata, good girl. Thank you so much for joining me. She's one of the Warrior Women in the Warrior Women Project book that we wrote. Kim Dory in the building, cats.gov, Pam's Jukebox. Oh my goodness. Welcome to all of y'all. Thank you so much for joining me today on TikTok. K-Status, I give you a shout out already. Lisa Bratton. Oh my goodness, Hypersonic. So many people have just joined. Ginger the Cat 21. Blown Files. Why are you wearing rainbow? Hopefully you got the answer now. Otherwise, bye! We do not care. We do not care. If you don't like rainbows, we do not care. Okay? That's it. I wear my rainbow. rainbows if I want to.
Want to say good morning real quick to Maricela Oblea. So very good morning and God bless. And we got listeners in Washington. So thank you for joining us.
Okay. So Dr. Andrea says she's listening from Spring Lake, North Carolina. So Spring Lake, North Kakalaki, good morning. This is Dr. Lulu.
The Kakalaki, huh?
I used to live in South Kakalaki, bro. Okay, I don't know if you know that. Okay, I joined the Air Force from North Kakalaki. So I lived in North Carolina and then I lived in South Carolina. So yes, prepare to be sick of me. So the show is called The Pride Corner. Well, no, it's not called The Pride Corner. It's called the Parent Hour. I have so many shows.
That's the other show.
Yeah, it's good that I mentioned that because my podcast is called The Pride Corner, our coming out stories and more. So go on anywhere you can watch podcasts or listen to podcasts on my YouTube and listen to LGBTQ plus people telling their coming out stories. But here's the thing. As at this morning, I changed the name from coming out stories to inviting in stories. So that's the last time I'm using coming out stories. But if you want to look it up, you have to look it up on that coming out stories. Pam's Jukebox is also in North Kakalaki. Yes! I love it. So Pam and Kim are giving each other so much love here on TikTok. I'm loving it. But before we go, let me give you a rundown really quick of what I have coming up. So we have the Summit for Parents. So if you're a parent of a queer child, if you know someone who is a parent of a queer child, if you think you're queer, come join us on June 1st through June 3rd at 6 p.m. Central. It is virtual, so you have no excuses. Kim is going to be one of the speakers. Hi, Kim. Tell the people something. All right. And then I'm going to be a speaker on a panel with the LTHJ Global people at 10 a.m. Central on June 1st. The title is On Learning the Binary. I love that topic. I cannot wait to talk about binary when June gets here. Like I said, the Pride Corner, we have the live taping at the Dakota East Side Ice House on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. beginning June 7th. I'm going to be having an event in Singapore. Can you believe it? Your girl is an international event. What? Adam, your girl is going places.
I hope you're taking me with
Yes,
you.
wait, check this out. It's going to be virtual, but it's going to be in Singapore though, right? So it's going to be on the 6th of June at 9 p.m. Central. So 9 p.m. Central here, but it's 9 a.m. in Singapore on the 7th of June. Wait. I think it's actually the 5th of June. I got to check that out. I'll let y'all know. Okay. Because it is 9 p.m. here, then it's the 5th of June. All right. So y'all note that. 9 p.m. Central. We're going to be talking to parents about 10 things their queer children want them to know. The Pride Center here in San Antonio is having an event on the 24th of June, and I'm going to be a speaker. I'm going to be speaking to the parents. Okay. And then if you are on LinkedIn, join me weekly on LinkedIn. Queer Wednesday Wisdom at 6 p.m. Central.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And then my podcast, we're going to start recording them again on Thursdays for my Instagram family because I'm not forgetting y'all. It's going to be live on Instagram on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. And then Alamo Colleges, I have an event on the 29th of June. And before I forget, last but not least, did you know that there's a National Queer Youth of Faith Day, Adam?
I did not know that.
Yeah, me neither. But apparently it's a thing. So we're going to be having an event for the National Queer Youth of Faith Day. I am throwing a party with my co-host, Jeremy. Hopefully he's listening. It's going to be at the Center for Community on 702 Donaldson. So remember, if you'd like to be a sponsor, holla at your girl. My Cash App is Mama Trisha. I always forget. Mama Trisha. So the $.
You looked at me like I knew it.
I know. And then Mama Trisha.
I didn't write it down.
I know my own doggone thing. Hola, mi amor. What's going on? Buenos dias. So that's the show for the day. Don't forget, parents, to embrace vulnerability. Don't forget to talk to your kids from a place of vulnerability. Tell them you don't have the answers. Tell them you're scared too.
Yes.
Tell them you don't know everything. And that's okay. Don't be trying to pretend. Gone are the days when our parents knew everything. Our parents had all the answers. Right, mi amor? Yeah, we don't know everything. We have to tell our kids that this is all unprecedented times.
It's all new to us too.
Yeah, it's all new to us. So be vulnerable. Tell your kids you don't have all the answers. Be okay with not being okay. And you know what? Every day should be Mental Health Awareness Day, the way we're going now. Don't forget the numbers we gave out to you today 43, 212, and 288, right? Those are the numbers today. So thank you all so much for the show, for hanging out with us for the show today. I had a blast. Hopefully you had a blast. I'll see you next Saturday with another brightly colored outfits and maybe even a guest to prepare to be sick of me. I'll see y'all later. Long. Peace out, y'all! Let's go!
You're listening to the Parent Hour with Dr. Lulu on KLMOK Alamo Tejano 90.9 FM, the Audio 92.1, Somos San Antonio. Thank you so much for checking in.
Hola!
How are you doing, Dr. Lulu? Sounds like you were having fun.
I am. I'm always having fun. Uvalde or no Uvalde? Hi. You're wearing your uniform today? Is it an event?
That's my own uniform.
And it still fits. And it still fits. That's amazing.
Not the same one that I retired.
Hi, y'all. Say hi to my boo.
Actually, when I retired, I weighed 240 pounds. I weigh 205.
Now, you weigh less. And I gained it. Much love. Catch you next time. Bye. All right. That's it. Okay, so guess what? We got 368 from TikTok. Not bad. And we had 2 from Hi. Bye. Thank you so much, Andrea, for joining. That was so good. Love you, sis.